like and share. Episode 25, St. Basilius's Miracle. Once upon a time, in the ancient city of Caesarea, there lived a young man who had fallen into the clutches of Satan, the enemy of all mankind. He was tricked by the devil and made a pact to deny his faith and devote himself entirely to Satan's control. In return, Satan promised to fulfill his deepest desires. The young man was deeply in love with his master's daughter, and Satan used this to his advantage. He fueled the flames of passion in the girl's heart, and she longed to marry the young man. Fearing for his honor and his daughter's life, the master agreed to their marriage, unaware of the pact the young man had made. As time went by, the young woman began to notice that her husband never entered the church, took part in the sacraments, or made the sign of the Holy Cross. Troubled by this, she confronted him about his faith and love for God. It was then that he confessed everything to her, the pact he had made with Satan and his surrender to darkness. The young woman was devastated by her husband's actions and the path he had chosen. She decided to seek help from Saint Basilius, the wise and holy bishop of Caesarea. They went to him, and the young man poured out his heart, expressing his grief and his deep desire to return to a life of faith and righteousness. Saint Basilius listened attentively to their story and felt compassion for their plight. He reassured the young man that God's mercy was boundless and that it was never too late to turn back to him. The bishop offered them a solution. He asked the young man to stay with him in seclusion, where he could fast, pray, and seek spiritual healing. For 3 days, the young man remained in seclusion, fighting against the evil spirits that had plagued him. Saint Basilius visited him and saw the struggle he was enduring. He comforted him, provided nourishment, and offered fervent prayers on his behalf. The bishop encouraged him to continue his seclusion, urging him to persevere in prayer and fasting. As days turned into weeks, the young man's encounters with the evil spirits diminished. Though he still heard their cries and threats, he no longer saw their menacing forms. Saint Basilius continued to support him with prayers and guidance, while the young man fought his own spiritual battle. After 40 days had passed, Saint Basilius gathered all the priests and monks of the city. They came together to pray for the young man's deliverance and redemption. Throughout the night, they lifted their voices in fervent supplication, seeking God's mercy and intervention. The next morning, with the entire congregation in the church, the young man walked forward, accompanied by Saint Basilius and his wife. Tears streamed down the faces of the people as they cried out, "Lord, have mercy on us." The air was thick with anticipation. In that moment, a miracle occurred. The very writing, the covenant that the young man had signed in his pact with Satan, fell from above, right in the midst of the gathered crowd. It was a sign from God, a clear manifestation of his power and the victory of light over darkness. The joy that filled the hearts of the young man, his wife, and all the people was indescribable. Saint Basilius blessed the man and his wife, and they were filled with gratitude for the peace and forgiveness they had received. They went back to their home, rejoicing and praising God for their salvation. From that day forward, the young man and his wife became a radiance of faith and hope in their community. They shared their story, reminding others of the power of repentance and the endless mercy of God. Their lives became a testament to the miraculous transformation that can occur when we turn away from darkness and embrace the light of faith. And so, the story of Saint Basilius and the young couple reminds us that no matter how lost we may feel, there is always hope for redemption and forgiveness. It teaches us the importance of seeking guidance from wise and holy individuals who can lead us back to the path of righteousness. May we always remember that God's love and mercy are greater than any darkness we may face, and may we strive to live lives filled with faith, hope, and love. See you again soon. Subscribe, like and share.